What is up, guys? Miss Bess here, back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes commentary video, and today I have got some incredible footage for y'all. I am at CG Studios right now, recording in their sound studio. I'm super excited right now because I am going to be showing you guys Gear Max. Now, this is also AAT Tank Raid Gear Max, so Gear 11 max to the brim. Baze Malbus and Chirrut Imwe. So let's jump right into it. Baze Malbus is the new Rebel tank who is Chromium exclusive. He is on the slow side, but these are unmodded stats. He has very good potency. His bit crit is not bad. He's got some very good stats for a tank, and like I said, this is unmodded stats. His basic attack is Heavy Repeater Cannon. It deals physical damage to a target enemy with a 70% chance to inflict speed down for 3 turns. If Chirrut Imwe is present, he gains 10% turn meter. That 10% turn meter gain is important to remember because his unique gives him a chance to counterattack. Now, his first special ability is Unload. It deals physical damage to all enemies and dispels all buffs on them. Empire enemies and enemies who were not buffed take bonus damage equal to 25% of their max health. If Chirrut Imwe is present, he is called to assist. Awesome, more synergy. His second special ability is Fierce Reprisal. It deals physical damage to a target enemy and dispels all buffs on them. For each buff dispelled, it inflicts the opposite debuff, if any, for 2 turns. This is kind of a reverse mechanic of General Kenobi's ability that turns all negative status effects on his allies to positive status effects. Now, Baze Malbus is turning those positive status effects into negative. His first unique ability, yes, he has 2 uniques, is for Jedi. Baze Malbus gains Taunt and Retribution for 1 turn at the start of each encounter, whenever an enemy is defeated and whenever Chirrut Imwe falls below 100% health. Baze Malbus gains 5% turn meter whenever an enemy gains a buff. That also helps alleviate his speed issues. His final ability, a second unique, is Dauntless Courage. Baze Malbus gains max health equal to 20% of his max health. Chirrut Imwe also gains that much max health. Another nifty synergy between Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus. If it wasn't apparent already, the two work very well together, kind of like a second WIGS team. Heading over to Chirrut Imwe now. His stats are actually pretty stinking good. He is a lot faster than Baze Malbus. He is at 153 speed, but his potency is not there, which really doesn't matter too much because he's not inflicting negative status effects. Now, his other stats are actually pretty decent. 36.63 base physical critical chance is pretty good. Now, again, these stats are unmodded. His basic attack is Staff Strike. It deals physical damage to a target enemy with a 70% chance to gain heal over time for 3 turns. If the target is debuffed, grant heal over time to a random ally for 3 turns. Yep, the rebels are finally getting a healer. More on to that. As the Force Wills is his first special ability. All allies have their current health percentages equalized, a la Barris. Dispels all debuffs from all allies and grants them a heal over time effect for 4 turns for each effect dispelled. This is insane. All allies that were not debuffed gain tenacity up for 3 turns. That is super cool. His second special ability, Strength of Purpose, deals physical damage to a target enemy, dealing 20% more damage for each buffed ally. If Baze Malbus is present, he is called to assist with no damage penalty. This is just one more way that Baze Malbus can get over that slow speed, because his basic attack gives him 10% turn meter whenever Chirrut Imwe is present. His first unique is Indomitable Will. Chirrut Imwe gains 17% counter chance and health steal for each living enemy, doubled for Empire enemies. If Baze Malbus is present, he also gains these bonuses, which means that Baze Malbus is getting crazy health steal whenever he's attacking as a tank. That is huge. It's incredible. It's awesome. His second unique ability is Resolute Endurance. Whenever a rebel ally is critically hit, they gain heal over time for 2 turns. At the start of each turn, if Chirrut Imwe is alive, all allies with heal over time recover 4% of their max health. This means that characters don't have to wait until their turn to get health from their heals over time. It's incredible, guys. So obviously the question on everybody's mind is, how awesome are these guys in action, right? So I went ahead and I put them into a group with some other characters that I know people want to see showcased at max gear, max stats. So I've got him in a group with Wedge lead, because arguably Wedge's lead is one of the best in the game for Rebels, with Bistan and the Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. I'll be doing some showcase videos on those 2 gentlemen later on, so keep your eye out for those videos coming out soon. Now, Chirrut Imwe is obviously a super hard-hitting character. If you all saw the GIF in the developer notes, you saw him whipping out a 24k crit on an enemy. Now, he does do some crazy damage. Now granted, that special attack does more damage for every buffed ally, so the goal is really to try and use that ability after you've used his health equalizing ability. It comes in very handy in that regard, because you're going to be giving everybody either tenacity up or health over time for every negative status effect that he dispelled off of them. So you want to try and time that ability a little bit better than I did on that first encounter. It's just, you get so overwhelmed with these new characters and you just want to start pressing buttons. So it's just crazy awesome to be able to bring you guys this kind of footage in anticipation of Chirrut Imwe's tournament. I know that a lot of you are going to be watching this and definitely making decisions on whether you are going to really try and get Chirrut Imwe from this tournament. And honestly, I'm probably going to be spending some time trying to get up into the higher rankings, because I really want Chirrut Imwe. Now, you just saw Baze Malbus whip out a 15k crit with his special ability, which is crazy, guys. I mean, granted, these guys are completely unmodded, 0 mods on these guys, and he's doing a 15k crit with a special ability. That is pretty substantial, especially for a tank. Now, Baze Malbus is he's a very interesting tank, in my opinion. Now, you just noticed Chirrut Imwe used his health equalizing ability. What that did was it dropped him below 100% health, causing Baze Malbus to taunt. And then, coming up here soon, you'll see Chirrut Imwe whip out his special ability with all allies buffed. Boom. 20,000 damage, non-crit, with 0 mods. Put offense on this guy. Put crit chance on this guy. Put crit damage on this guy. He is going to be doing crazy, stupid damage. I'm seriously jaw on the floor right now. This dude, now granted, like I said, they're unmodded, but they are at max gear, max everything gear right now in the game. So, I mean, you got to take that into account, but then also the fact that they're unmodded right now. So, you know, these guys are doing good damage, and it really makes me wish that I definitely had the time and energy to dedicate to trying to get a 7-star Chirrut Imwe from this upcoming tournament, because just getting the opportunity to play this dude and seriously showcase some of his utility, the amount of damage that he does, and his usefulness in the game, in all aspects of the game, he's going to be arena ready. I mean, you get him up to gear 10, gear 11, and this guy is going to be a game changer. Now, one other place that I know you guys want to know is Chirrut Imwe or Baze Malbus good in the AAT tank raid? Well, I actually got a little bit of footage from Phase 1 of the tank takedown raid that I want to show you guys. Now, obviously, Rebels are a huge team for the tank takedown raid, so obviously with 3-4 new Rebels being recently added to the game, how do these Rebels stand up to General Grievous on a heroic AAT tank raid Phase 1? Now, I didn't put a whole lot of strategy into this battle. I kind of just focused on General Grievous to kind of give a very basic preview of how this squad of Wedge, Bistan, Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, Chirrut Imwe, and Baze Malbus. Now, the kicker on this squad is that a lot of people use Admiral Ackbar to cleanse their squads. Well, Chirrut Imwe is able to do that with a dedicated healing ability built in. He not only cleanses debuffs and then turns them into heals over time, he equalizes everybody's health alongside that. Now, on top of all that, when you're running Wedge lead, anytime somebody gets a critical hit, they're getting health. They're healing themselves. So Chirrut Imwe is able to heal himself that way, plus he's got that health steal that also stacks onto Baze Malbus with his unique being shared. So the two of them together make a really good team, and it's just, their synergy is so awesome, guys. The two of them really do belong together. And right here, I'm going to show you here in a sec when Chirrut Imwe finally gets to take his turn after General Grievous takes all of his crazy turns. You're going to see just how awesome this health equalizing is and all of this. So he's going to equalize everybody's health, getting Baze back up to par there, and look at all those heals over time. It's just nuts. It's just too awesome, guys. I mean, look at all those heals going on. It's the squads here, the synergy, the capability, the possibilities are truly endless. Now, the only thing that I really should have done there is get rid of B2, because you're going to watch B2 here in a second really ruin all the fun. And it's kind of sad that it happened, because I really should have been focusing more on B2 prior to this event happening, but just as quickly as I got all those hails over time, B2 took them all away. B2 is such a buzzkill in Phase 1. Now, these are definitely things that you will want to pay attention to when you are playing. Obviously, getting Chirrut Imwe to 7 stars is probably not going to happen overnight. There are only going to be a small number of people who place first place in this upcoming tournament, so you're not going to see a whole lot of Chirrut Imwes showing up on your heroic AAT raids, but it is definitely, a life goal for those of us who like to set goals in the game. I think Chirrut Imwe is definitely a star player. Even without Baze Malbus, I think Chirrut Imwe will be a fully functional character in the game like I said, possibilities are endless. I think that he is definitely got a lot of potential, guys. So if you are thinking about picking up either of these two guys, I would not hesitate. They're both pretty hard hitting. They both have a lot of utility. Baze is kind of the Shoretrooper of the Rebels now, with that auto taunt at the beginning of every encounter. So I'm really happy to have been able to potentially give you a lot better insight and a lot better information regarding these two characters and whether you should really strive to obtain them in the upcoming tournament or spend your money on Chromium Packs. I really have had a lot of fun out here at CG. I've got some new videos coming out very soon, a lot of them actually. I have a very good about a 45-50 minute interview with John Solera and Cap Gasp. If any of you guys are interested in listening to that, it's a good put it on while you're driving, kind of a podcast style interview. It's just audio. It's going to just be overlaid on top of Galactic War playthrough and some raid footage that I collected. So it's going to be more of an audio file for you listeners, viewers who prefer to just toss on a video and do other things. You can kind of listen to the conversation. I feel like it was very productive, and I'm very excited for you guys to get some good insight. There are going to be a few little reveals in that interview. If you listen to the whole thing, you'll get a lot of good insight into some interesting aspects of the game that are being changed, potential character rework. I'll let you guys catch that video to find out who's getting reworked, but I think a lot of you will be pretty happy about the changes coming down. That about wraps it up, guys. I would greatly appreciate if you like, favorite, and share this video with all of your friends. Especially if any of your friends are thinking about going after Baze Malbus and the Chromium Packs, or wondering if they should participate in the upcoming tournament. I've got a lot of new videos planned for the next couple weeks. I'm going to be very busy with ships and all of the other content that I was able to record out here. So please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, and as always, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy.